Alright, we are going to start looking at slope and rate of change. First, starting with slope. And first I want to get into our three different ways of writing a line. So what is slope? Slope is the steepness of a line. So we need to know how we write our lines first, what our equations of lines look like. So the most basic one is our slope-intercept form, and that's y equals mx plus b, excuse me, where m is our slope. So whatever number is in front of my x, that is my slope. And then this plus b, whatever b is, that would be my y-intercept. And we'll get into that later. Today we're just focused on whatever number is in front of x. Alright, we also have this one called point slope form, and that is y minus y1 equals m open parentheses x minus x1. And this is where, again, m is our slope. So whatever's in front of these parentheses, that's whatever number, that's going to be our slope. And then this, y1 and x1, is going to represent a point on the line. And we will look at that on a later date. Finally, we have this standard form. So we've got ax plus by equals c. And a, b, and c are just numbers. And we can, from this form, we can do two different things. We can solve for y and get it into slope-intercept form, and then whatever number is in front of x is our slope. Or we could take the opposite of a, so whatever number this is, the opposite, divided by b. So we're looking at these two numbers. And I'll show you examples in just a minute. Alright, let's look at our types of slope next. Actually, let's flip to the back and let's go ahead and do practice problems for if we're given our equation. So y equals -2 thirds x minus 9. So this is written in y equals mx plus b. So that m is that number in front of x, that whole thing. So m, or slope, is -2/3. That is my answer. Alright, let's look at this next one. 4x minus 9, y equals -9. This is ax plus by equals c. And I can use my little sheet where m equals the opposite of a over b. So opposite, this is a +4. So -4, b is a -9. When I got a negative over a negative, my slope here is 4/9. I can't reduce any further, so that is my slope. Alright, this number 3 is written in our point slope form. So y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So I'm just looking at that number in front of the parentheses. So my slope here is 3/5. Alright, this last example, this is ax plus by equals c. Using m equals opposite of a over b, this would be, since this is -3, the opposite of that would be +3. That's a +2. So 3/2. That doesn't reduce, so my slope here is 3/2. Alright, types of slope. We had our little skiing man, and when he is going up, like that, we have a positive slope. And when he was going down like this, down the hill, skiing downhill, negative slope. And when he is going just straight forward, he's flat, that is a 0 slope. And he's completely falling down vertically, that slope is undefined. Alright, let's look at our slope formula. So, what is our slope really? It's our change in y over the change in x. Always change in y over the change in x. So how I write that into a formula is I'm going to pick 2 points. So this would be point 1. And this one would be point 2. And I'm going to put my y's on top and subtract them because we're doing the change. Change would be subtraction. Over my x's on the bottom, again subtraction. So I'm always going to put point number 2 first. So this would be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we're going to use that excuse me, to find slope when we're given 2 points, to find slope when we're given a table, and to find slope when we're given a graph. We're going to use that formula. So I've got these 2 points. Let's label them. This is, let's do it like this, x1, y1, x2, y2. You could probably always label, and then let's set up my fraction. So y2 is 6 minus y1 of 3 over 5 minus 1. So when I calculate that, I get 3 over 4. My slope here is 3 over 4. Alright, I do the same thing for my table. I can pick any of these points as my x1 and y1. Just make sure this is my x, this is my y. So x1, y1. x2, y2. It doesn't matter which 2 points you choose. Just pick 2 points, set it up. On top we have 4, hard to see, minus 1 over 0 minus negative 2. I'm going to keep that minus negative 2 just like that and put it in my calculator so I get the correct answer. This is 3 over 2. Alright, we got another point, same thing. This would be x2, y2. I guess my orange is open. x2, y2, x1, y1. So we've got negative 11 minus 0, negative 2 minus negative 7, negative 11 over 5. In the table, same thing over and over. This would be x1, y1, x2, y2. Set it up. Fill it in. We've got 4 minus 6, negative 10, minus negative 5. Finally, for my graph, I'm going to do the same thing, just I gotta figure out 2 points. So the easiest 2 points, if they are very clear and defined and whole numbers, are my intercepts. So this would be -2, 0, and this would be 0, 4. And then the same thing, and it doesn't matter again which one. I'm gonna put this one as x2, y2, x1, y1. So we've got 0 over 4, -2 over 0. And that's going to equal, so again here, pick some points, 2 points. I'm going to pick my clearly defined intercepts. x1, y1, same thing over and over, x2, y2. We have -5 minus 0, we have 0 minus -6. When I do that math, that's -5